Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. I was ready and I came unready, so here we go. Blood sugar is 8.4. Just after breakfast, I went down, but I rallied. Pretty good so far, I think. Calibration will be redone at lunchtime. It is now 10:40 in the morning. Okay, have been using some correction and bolus. Basal rate is giving me a different amount. So those of you that are experienced pump users will know that 9 times out of 10, when you see a medical professional, they're going to ask you, and what's your current basal rate? With these pumps, it's really hard, if not impossible, to find out because it modifies. It takes the information from your blood glucose amounts and it'll give you a basal rate reading. Time and range, still the same as earlier today. So we're all good. Today, itchy eye right now. Today, I want to talk about being supportive. And this video is more for the non-diabetics in your life. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Being a diabetic is difficult, and no one likes having a boss or a supervisor be behind you nattering the whole time. Oh, you're not doing that right. Oh, you're not doing this right. Should you be eating that? I know a lot of times it comes from a safe place. However, it's a lot of negative that people with diabetes can take in the wrong spot. It also, you have to make sure that the person you're saying about it understands where it's coming from you. Support is offering to go get an item if your friend is low, offering to get supplies if they find themselves short. I was lucky enough, I had two very good friends who took it upon themselves to sort of, how do I say this, take care of me. And it was done where I understood where it was coming from. But so often, it is just assumed that the person with diabetes needs to be taken care of. That's not always the case. In my case, it was. So, sorry, I seem like this whole thing is moving today. There we go. Making sure that you are a supportive force. And how do you become this supportive force? Well, you do this by, one, asking questions. Learn. Don't say, oh yes, my grandmother had that and she lost a leg. That's not being supportive. That is assuming you know everything about it. And that's not the case. Now, being supportive doesn't mean you treat the diabetic in your life as a child. Here's one big thing. You need to ask how you can support someone. A lot of times, a diabetic will not tell you, no, I don't really like that, in fear of hurting you. So, you need to be always easygoing and asking open-ended questions. The one question or statement I constantly hate, well, you know you are a diabetic. And the big thing was for me, and this was home health, this wasn't a friend, but the same sort of thing could go. I stubbed my toe and home health came in to bandage it up and said to me, well, you know, we really have to watch your foot because you know you are a diabetic. And there was time about the nails on my feet. They said, well, you have to go to a nurse to get it done. Which those of you who don't know, that's could be anywhere from $40 to $70 for one visit. And I know some of the Americans are, yeah, that's real cheap healthcare. But anyway, I said, no, I take care of my toenails. No, a diabetic can't do that. You need to make sure they're done properly. And I said, well, 40 plus years I've been doing it all right. Now I'm in a different situation, but back then. So, don't come out and say, sorry, someone's drilling. Don't say that, you know, you are a diabetic. We don't need to be told. I'm sorry. We also don't want to hear negative stories about how people lost limbs or lost their eyes because they didn't take control of their diabetes. And inevitably, it'll be a poor outcome, or it will have nothing to do with type 1. It'll be confused with type 2. And I've heard, stories. Well, if you just exercise more, or if you ate less sugar, you wouldn't have diabetes. And it has nothing to do with that. But people want to feel that they're contributing, that they know something about it. Now, for those of you who aren't a diabetic and trying to support someone who is a diabetic, like I said, ask how you can help them. There's shorts on YouTube. I know her first name is Mary, and I'm going to butcher her last name. And to Mary, I apologize. I think it's Kamo or Kamano. But she does one where her friend takes her blood. Now that's something that would show how much trust. Or are you reaching? Do they trust you now? You may have to open up and try different approaches. But don't get into the role of being a parent. My friend or friends have said numerous occasions, and to some of you this may sound like going against what I just said, but have to the ambulance drivers or in the emergency room said, oh yes, we take care of, we babysit them. It wasn't meant as an adult, and he wasn't condescending. He offered on how to help me take control of my diabetes. They have been with me throughout high water, low water, hospitalizations, surgeries. Yes, I think you've had 2 surgeries since knowing him. But you need to be open and offer your support. When we just have a bad day because our blood sugars aren't meeting where they need to be, then you need to, again, ask how we can help. Say positive things. I have this bag that I bought a long time ago that maybe we could fill up with supplies. Would that help you? You could offer positive suggestions, but only remember how to deliver it. This video is just basically tips from a type 1 diabetic on how friends, family, husbands or wives can support their type 1 diabetic. A lot of type 1 diabetics go on their merry way each and every day. With me, it takes a while. Sometimes I'm in perfect control. Other days I'm totally out the window. And there is no real rhyme or reason for me. So that was the whole point. Be open, ask questions, offer positive suggestions. I have this. Would this work? Have you tried this? I don't know if it'll work for you, but I saw it. And with that, we're going to call it a day. And tomorrow is a big day. I'll see you later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.